teeter-tottering between having a hobby or a business? Are you in that awkward stage of, I'm not sure if this is a hobby or if I'm bordering on this is an actual business stage? If so, you're going to want to stay tuned to today's video. We're going to talk all about the financial steps you need to take so you can transition from a hobby into a business. But real quick, if you are new around here, my name is Cheryl. My business partner Katrina and I help small business owners put more of their revenue into their personal account so you can actually live out those hopes and dreams for your life. And spoiler alert, I'm not going to tell you to sign on with a bookkeeper. Not going to do it, but stay tuned. We're going to jump into the 5 key phases, the 5 key steps to transitioning from a hobby into a business, what that should look like financially. The first one is critical, and actually it's legally required. You have to track your income and expenses. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You have to track it, but you do not need to hire a bookkeeper to do it. I know, it's kind of weird coming from someone who co-owns an accounting done-for-you service, and I'm telling you, you don't need to hire a bookkeeper. And that's true. For 95% of businesses, when you are first turning from a hobby to a business, you don't need to hire a bookkeeper. You can do it yourself. But it does require you to track your income and expenses. Here's a couple quick hints that I like to use as a rule of thumb. If you are on track to make $25,000 or more in the next 12 months, get QuickBooks Online. You can get one of their lower cost plans. In fact, I encourage it. But get QuickBooks Online. It will help you scale. It will help you with all the reports you need, et cetera, et cetera. That is my big recommendation. Now, if you're not on track to make $25,000 this year, get Wave, W-A-V-E. Wave is a free accounting software that I recommend for hobbyists turning to business owners who have not yet brought in enough revenue where it supports a very robust accounting system, such as QuickBooks Online. All right, number 2, I want you to make a plan for the numbers. What do I mean by this? Everyone, especially when you first start, happened to me and happened to almost every entrepreneur I know, someone is going to tell you how to spend your money. Someone is going to tell you that you need this marketing thing, you need this software, you need this copyright thing, you need this accountant. Stop. Plan your dollars, regardless if you're planning the revenue that comes into your business or your initial investment to turn your hobby into a business. Have a plan for how you want those dollars to go. And it kind of rolls into number 3 on my list. I want you to have a wish list of the things you want, and we're going to put a timeline on it. And the best way I can explain this is if I share a little story. So I am going into year 5 of this business. Super excited. It has been a complete dream. And I've had different goals and targets for each year and where I wanted to utilize, whether it was revenue or investment dollars, and what I wanted that to look like. So in year 1, my goal was just to get a couple of clients and be so confident in how to service those clients. I know the accounting side. For heaven's sakes, I've been in this for over 12 plus years. I have a master's degree in accounting. Like, that's my jam. But the business side was new. So in year 1, I just wanted to enhance my confidence with how to run this business. So I made a couple small investments, maybe $2,000 to $3,000 max in year 1. In year 2, I really wanted to hone in and learn how to do marketing. And here's the thing. Everything you want to know is on the internet already for free. Yep. Even all the courses I sell you, you can go on the internet, you can find it, and you can get it for free. But I wanted to fast track it. So I was willing to invest into a couple programs in year 2 to ensure that I could gain some confidence in this marketing thing. Remember, I'm an accountant, not a marketer, so I had to learn, but I had that investment in mind, right? Year 3, this was a big cash injection into the business for myself. I wanted to up my branding and my copywriting in some of my platforms to bring them to what I believe was the expectation, if not a little bit above. It was a massive investment, massive, but it was something I planned for. I directed my funds to that. I knew it was going to come. And as a result, when all these other marketing things were hitting at me left and right. Because spoiler alert, you're not just hit with really good marketing in the beginning. It never stops. I knew where I wanted to direct my funds to, which rolls around to year 5. We have the branding, we have the systems, we have the copyright. We really just wanted to invest in our team to really support the growth, because we are growing massively. It's such a blessing. And that's where we want to put our dollars, as well as in profit, right? There's no shame in saying that. We are here to take a profit. We are here to take a decent profit. Otherwise, it's not worth doing. So I want you to put a timeline. I want you to identify what you want and put a timeline on it. That way, in your plan, you can allocate when you'll be able to buy those things that are important to you. Okay. All right. Number 4, I really want you, and it's critical, and in fact, the business owners who have success do this frequently. They evaluate the results of their spending or non-spending. Rather than ignoring and closing their eyes to the numbers, they're in there often. If you want to turn this into a successful business, you cannot ignore the numbers. It is critical, especially when you're going from a hobbyist where you're just doing it for fun, where your spending doesn't matter because it's just fun for you, to a business, your spending should generate a result, whether it's new clients, maintain the clients you have, or give you your time back. If your spending is not doing one of those 3 things, you're just wasting money. But you won't know that you are wasting money if you don't evaluate frequently. Okay? So that's number 4. And then lastly, and I don't think this is shared with a lot of business owners. I don't know why, but especially when you're turning from a hobbyist to a full-on business owner and you're making that switch, don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. Don't be afraid to do the thing. For instance, we still do this. I could have paid someone an uber amount of money to connect this software platform to this software platform. I'm not going to sit here and pretend it's my strong point, but rather I was willing to get my hands dirty. I want you to do the same. It's why I'm telling you, don't pay for a bookkeeper in the beginning, because you can do it. You're smart enough to create a business. You're smart enough to generate revenue. You can do the thing. Just go and research it. And maybe if it's on your priority list and you want to expedite learning how, sign up for a program, if it's a priority to you. So real quick, let's evaluate the 5 financial steps that are critical to complete when you are moving from a hobbyist to a business owner. 1, legally required, track your income and expense. No excuse not to. Please do not put this off. It is beyond important, and it's one of the top reasons you will be stressed out in the new year if you don't do it right away. 2, make a plan for the numbers. Where do you want to direct your spending? Don't fall victim to all the really good marketing out there. There's so many excellent marketers who are selling really cool things. Just make sure, and this leads into number 3, it aligns with your vision. What is on your wish list? What do you want? When do you want to buy, right? What's your priorities? We do this with our clients through a profit plan. You can do it with a simple Excel spreadsheet. Look at the numbers, make a plan, and then plug in what you want and when into that plan. 4, evaluate frequently. This is imperative. If you are just going to run a business and close your eyes to the numbers, you're not really running a business really effectively, right? Do you think any big CEO at one of those Fortune 500 companies would ever ignore the numbers? Of course not. They're going to paint a picture for you. Let me give you an example, because it's not always about cutting. Everyone's like, oh, you're going to tell me to get on a budget. No, sometimes you need to spend more to get the result. So let me give you an example. We have a client, financially, revenue is not a problem. She's worked really hard to be in this state. But when we look at the numbers, she's not allocating enough to her team. She doesn't have enough people on payroll to help support the growth of this. And it's resulting in low morale, employee burnout, turnover, et cetera, et cetera. To reduce that, she needs to pump in some dollars into payroll. And we only knew that was an issue because we evaluated frequently, because we looked at the percentage of payroll to revenue, right? Can we up this? And then lastly, don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. There is nothing wrong with YouTube University. And maybe if you want to expedite it, get a course or a lesson on how to do the thing you want to expedite. But don't be afraid to do it. You are so smart and you are so capable. For heaven's sakes, you own a business. You got this. So I want to say thank you for hanging out with us. If you find these type of videos helpful, if you could hit that subscribe button down below. We come out with a new video every single week, and we spend a lot of time with our amazing community in Empower to Profit on Facebook. So until next time, cheers to profit.